In today's digital age, the desire to trend among youth has become a powerful force. Some social media platforms like, the ones that we know, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and the rest, has become, has made it easy for them to gain attention. But constant need for validation can have both positive and negative effects on youth. And some youths use trending moments to showcase talent, spread awareness, or build careers, while others fall into the trap of seeking fame at any cost, even if it means engaging in risks or controversial behaviors. Welcome, and thank you so much for joining us on Youth Connect. I am Fatima Ahmed. Well, let's go on a quick break, and when we return, you get to meet my guest after this break. Welcome back, and thank you so much for joining us on Youth Connect, coming to you from Trust TV here in Abuja. Now joining me in the studio is Abdulhamid Haruna. He's the CEO, Meet Special Concepts, and founder of Itunoche Revolution. Thank you so much, Abdulhamid,
Thanks for having me.
And then we have Ms. Rafat Ozoza Yakubu, CEO, Ozoza Fashion Enterprise. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us, ma'am.
Well, you've all heard the topic that we're discussing today is the urge to trend, especially amongst youths. How can you define success?
I think I would define success as, okay, let me define it through social media. Social media trends today have made a lot of youths to become better. Like, for example, me, the CEO of Zoza Collection, through social media, my brand has gone far and has gone beyond what I even imagined. And today, I can tell other youths to focus on showcasing their brand through social media, following some positive trends on social media by jumping into some viral contents, showing their brand, showcasing their products, and through that, you can be successful.
I mean, you just defined success and using yourself as an example, which is what we need to put out there. But Abdulhamid, why do you think youths are pressured to follow the trends? Because that's what we see on social media these days. Be negative or positive, you just see youths jump on it. Why do you think they are under that pressure?
The urge to trend, it's about human. You understand? Humans want to be seen, they want to be heard, they want to fully express themselves. I think in context, we need to define and have rules by the government setting some standards and having regulations over negative trends so that it can shape our youth. Because if we do not curtail the negativity on certain trends, to go a long way to destroy our generation.
But is there in any way, Rafat, how you felt left out for not jumping on the trends that we see on social media these days?
Yeah, sometimes I feel left out, especially when my contents are not going viral. But maybe once you hear a bad news, then something like that goes viral. And
you'll be wondering?
Yeah, I'll be wondering, like, how come I am doing a positive
something good
thing,
and
it's not going viral?
Yeah.
And when there is a negative news, it's going viral than others.
So that has actually made you feel left out.
Yeah.
Is there anything you've done differently that you feel maybe you're not doing that is not making your content to go viral?
Yeah. I think making videos with my tribal context and all of that. So these days, I just go around, make Ibra content, and most of my content are going viral. More than those days that I will use some TikTok sound. So
trending songs.
Yeah.
Okay, but Abdulhamid, is there, aside from what you said the government needs to do, is there peer pressure when you see youths engage in stuff like this? Because the way we see the mindset of the youths nowadays is totally different. They take the risks regardless of what it means to them, just because they want to trend on social media. They want to get that validation from their peers. Do you think there's that peer pressure that also plays a role?
There is. Like, for example, before now, the peer pressure level was in the secondary school academia and environment. But now having social media, it has grown beyond our immediate environment. You see today someone showcasing luxury lifestyle. You have people on the other end clamoring to be like them, but they don't know what they do behind the scene. And these people that are seeing these people from far, they are ready to do anything to attain that level. I think that's a peer pressure, and it's something that social media has influenced.
So talking about influence, right? How about the influencers? Do you think they have a responsibility to promote meaningful trends and not negative, like Rafat said?
Yes, it is their duty to set a good example because they are the principal in the social world. So, and whatever they do becomes a validation. Like people will want to follow that path. You know, so it's boiled down to them looking at the bigger picture for our nation and for our generation. So they should know that whatever they do have a reflection on the people that are following them. So it is important they set a good example.
Yeah. So, but Rafa, do you think you know, aside from the pressure to maybe trend, because we know that there's pressure in everything that youths do nowadays, the pressure to succeed, the pressure to trend like on social media, because there's this mentality that everyone will make it once you're on social media. And when they see other people cashing out, I think that's what gets them to be in that position. But do you think balancing self-expression matters, and aside from the pressure to fit in?
I think it matters. Yeah, it matters a lot. I don't know if I want to emphasize on that.
Okay, it's because you know there has to be a balance to have a way of expressing yourself and also trying to fit in to the trends. So do they need to go out of their way to do those things?
No, they don't need to go out of their way. I think one should always continue to, first of all, you look at the content you are into, if it's going the way you want. So I think they should continue the way they are doing their content. If you are okay, let's take a look at this Jarvis. She was making this robot, AI content and all of that. And today she's a brand ambassador to Samsung company. So assuming she diverted her career out of that, she will not be where she is today. So I think self-balancing is very, very important.
But don't you think that would also put young people in that situation to say, okay, I want to become like Jarvis, and they can go to extra miles to
But
do
the
that?
thing is, everybody cannot be like Jarvis. There are many other contents, many other jobs to do on the internet without following Jarvis' way.
All right, so but how about you? What do you think about balancing, you know, when it comes to self-expression and the pressure to fit in? Because they're kind of intertwined, they go hand in hand. You have to be okay where you are content to want to express yourself. So how can youth balance that?
You know, distinctiveness is the new currency in social platforms. You have to learn to be unique. You have to learn and be okay to be different. So if 100 people are doing the same thing, it doesn't longer, it's not new again. So you have to define your creativity and your ability to bring your creativity out to the world. It's a way of expressing yourself. But while doing that, you also have to be moderate and be sure that you are doing it positively. So it's not just about trend, it's about leaving a lasting memory in the mindset of your audience. That's what matters.
Yeah, because Rafat just said when she posts something meaningful, it doesn't trend. But when you see negative news or stories, they just go far beyond what you can even imagine. Millions of views and likes. But does everyone need to be popular?
No, everyone cannot be popular. If all of us are popular, who will view each other's post?
Okay.
Like I said, everybody cannot be a celebrity. Yeah.
But there are people that want to be celebrities by all means.
By all means, but I think they should try harder, but not putting themselves at pressure or anything.
How about you? Do you think everyone has to be popular or celebrity
No.
to trend?
You know, I'm actually okay being different. That's what has given me pace to grow in my own niche. So I learn how to be creative and just be okay being different. So I'm not on pressure to get there early. So it's just, you just have to be okay to be different.
Yeah.
Because that might be a new path.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you on that. But what are some negative effects of, you know, chasing trends and trying to become popular by all means? What are the negative effects of doing that?
We have a lot. It affects our mental issue.
Yeah.
You understand? We've had stories of people that have gone into depression because they couldn't get there. Some even committed suicide. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's why I always said you have to learn to be okay, to be content, and be consistent with whatever you are doing. So everybody cannot reach the top at the same time. So you might as well get there, but you just have to be consistent on your journey.
So, but Rafat, what do you think parents, teachers, or mentors need to do at this point to help youths understand that there's actually no pressure to become popular or celebrity on social media? You can actually do things off social media and still remain relevant. How do you think parents and teachers can help?
Okay, I think parents and teachers should help us improve the youth in terms of teaching them more about business entrepreneurship, because so many you think the only way to make it in life is by being a content creator or by being a celebrity. You can be an entrepreneur and you still make it in your own way. So I think our parents should do better in training our youths, our siblings, our sisters and all. Let them train them about entrepreneurship. They should teach them more about entrepreneurship, how to manage whatever they have and how to push whatever they have, whatever they are doing at all, even if it's a job, a banking job or anything, they should always focus on that.
So, but do you think social media can also change some factors or societal issues that we have?
It has already. It has already, especially in a developing country like Nigeria. We've seen how social media trends is building momentum, helping youth to gain advantage, to leverage. Like you can think about NSAS movement that started as a trend on social media. We've seen what it turned out to be. You understand?
Yeah.
So we have other, you know, we have awareness, like cancer awareness.
Yeah.
So that social media has also helped to push out, you get. So what we need as a society is how to leverage and build, take advantage of the positivity that the trend brings to us and discourage others to from going extreme just to be seen or heard.
Do you think, aside, what will I say, there's a reason why some youths feel regret or left out when they don't get to participate on some trending situations? I mean, you just talked about the NSAS. Imagine if it's happening now. I mean, a lot of people will want to jump on it to say their own views, points, just to trend. Do you think that has made some of them feel the regret not to be at that position to, you know, air out their points or views just to trend?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You don't think there are youths that are regretting not trending on certain topics?
Okay, I think, yeah, there are some youths that regret not to jump into those trends like NSAS trend, because a lot of youths want to express their pains, their anger. Because let's look at the graduates. Okay, I am a microbiologist after 4 years now, and I had to be selling bags and all of that. So if there is any means for us to talk to the government, I want to jump into it and say my mind out of anger and pains. Imagine enduring so much pains in school, going through all of that in school and finishing school for like 4 to 5 years. You come back home to start a petty jobs at home.
So how can youths create their own, you know, their own unique identities? and not follow other people's identities, like she made mention of Jarvis. I mean, we've seen a lot of people trying to imitate Jarvis and becoming AI and what. I mean, I've seen couples, a married couple, a husband and wife doing the same thing, even late night. How can they just be different and not follow someone else's identity?
My point has always been you have to be comfortable being different. For example, I started a brand I started a niche promoting agricultural attires. It is what I do mostly. So when I started, it was just something that people were like, what is he doing? What is he doing? But it comes to a point that it built a momentum. We organized like 3 successful editions of event. We sold out almost 2,000 capacity. So you see what started like a play. After like 3-4 years, we've been able to have a positive impact in our society. So that's what we all should do. You have to discover your niche, even if nobody have ever heard about it. You just have to be okay to be different and build on that niche. It's about being different. That is the new currency on social media. If you learn to be okay to be different, time will come that people will discover you.
Yeah. All right, let's go on a quick break, and when we return, we'll continue this discussion. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, and thank you so much for joining us on Youth Connect. Now, before we went on break, I was talking about people finding their own uniqueness and identity. How can youth protect themselves from negative effects of social media?
Okay, I think by realizing who they are, because everybody cannot be on social media. Like I said before, a lot of youths take social media as a main job instead of looking for a way to create a job for themselves. So let's assume everybody has a job, one person or the other person. Yeah, aside being on social media. Imagine going to work in the morning, you return in the evening, you just want to chat on social media and go back. So, but the kind of youth we have today, everybody wants to take social media.
Don't you think it's because they are making money on social media also? Because you can monetize your account and what have you. Don't you think that can also?
But there is stress in monetizing this account as we speak. I think, let's say 10,000 people cannot monetize their account in a month. So you need to look for another job to sustain you first before you take social media as a side hustle. To me, I would take social media as a side hustle, not a main job. So most of our youth are taking social media as their main work and sitting back at home feeling like there's no need for me to go out and work again.
So, but are there certain trends that you think are more harmful than good to youths, and they need to maybe understand that?
Yes, there are. See, there was a time, if you converse with TikTok, there was a time the trend come that they will arrange jerrycans.
Yeah.
Or crates, rather.
Yeah.
And they will
games,
now,
sort of.
They will now climb at the top.
Yeah.
And just like that, you see so many people fell down during the process. Some even broke their legs.
Yeah.
So these are harmful things.
I remember that, yeah.
That it does to people while they are just trying to make content and be seen or heard. You understand, on the way some of them never heal from that up to this very moment. So we also need to be conscious of the danger that we are putting ourselves into just to trend. You understand? So it's all boiled down to a personal upbringing. You understand? So we need to be morally okay. I always tell people that what people are putting out there on social media. Some people say, don't judge me with what you see on social media. No.
Yeah, but because you don't know me outside social media.
What you are putting out there is a reflection of who you truly are. You understand?
But and, do you think, you know, the people who trend on social media, or should I say the youth who trend, aside from the unemployment that you just talked about, since they're making money, do you think they have more opportunities in life than those that are not trending?
Likely they do, because we've seen so many people that just to trend and be on the spotlight, they will go to extreme. We've seen so many content now, like that are not even healthy for our consumption. People are indulging in such content just to trend. You understand? But that's why we were saying that our government needs to do something about social media. There should be regulation. there should be restriction into certain things. You understand? Like some of the content that we consume here in Nigeria, most of this content, if you are outside this country, you might not even get to see any of those trends. So someone said that in China, or what appears on their FYP are something creative, something to motivate the mindsets of their children. You understand? To want to do something, want to try something. But here in Nigeria, we all know what we see on social media. So it is the ability of their government to regulate what they want, the kind of information they want to they want to get to you understand? So if we have government agencies that can look into this to have a certain regulation to restrict certain content from reaching certain people, so you see that there will be the urge to trend anyhow will reduce. So it is very important that we have those regulations in place.
But what will social media be without trending? How do you think it will look like?
It's actually, it will look very very boring. Yeah.
Without so you agree that trending has a positive?
It actually has
more
a positive
than the negative?
Yes, I'll say so.
Okay.
Because the positive side of it, I'll still go back to the entrepreneurs. The positive side falls on the entrepreneurs.
That has worked for you.
Yes, because a lot of entrepreneurs today are online business owners, and most of them showcase their business only on platforms, social media platforms. So without those trends, I don't think most of them make sales at all. Because for me, for example, where my shop is located, most of my customers, they don't come to the store. They don't even know my store. They only purchase my stuff online. They purchase my products online. So without those trends, most of them could have not even seen my brand also. So with social media trend, I was able to reach my target audience.
Okay. So Abdulhamid, if you could start a trend that you know would benefit youths, what would it be?
Okay, like a week ago, I have a very large follower on Facebook and on TikTok. So there was this a chin that when we were growing up, we used to eat. So in my place we call it poki. So many of us grew up with these memories of eating this. So I just wake up one day and I discovered that people would want to have 100,000 to start a business, and I was thinking, how can I inspire people that you can actually start a small business with as low as 5,000 naira. So when I put it out and we started posting about it, people were like joking that it's been long that I take this. So we are now creating trend about this. I went ahead to create content to promote that particular product, and before you know it, people are placing orders. People are now joining. I've sold more than 100,000 of that product.
From when you started, like a joke.
Like it was just a joke.
Yeah.
So now we have so many people that have leveraged in that business. They are now doing it as a full-time business. So now I'm no longer doing it again. But
at least you've given the platform for people to know.
That trend has inspired people that, you can actually start something positive.
Like that.
Positive. So there's a lot we can do through trends.
So, but if you are to advise the youths out there that have taken it upon themselves to make it like a, should I say, a demand that they must trend, what advice will you give them?
I'll tell them to discover a niche. My mentor always said that look for a way that you can help people. That's the way you can grow. When you look at things that you can give out for free and not expecting things in return, and you build on that, you could become somebody through that. So because the world have a way of rewarding people that gives freely out. So we have to be creative and look inward what we can do to make our world a better place. So that has always been my drive in whatever I do, and it has limited me not to jump on negative trend, because I know the damage it can cause to me and the people that believes in me. So like for example, there was a time I had an issue. I just posted it online, and I had about 3 or 4 lawyers reaching out to me that, what is it about? It was just a joke that I wanted. I said, what is it about? I said, oh no, it's okay.
Well, that happens so most times when you have huge followers and you post things.
Yes,
like,
you see people that they care so much about you, and they are there to support you through to the top. You understand? So there are so many ways we can actually reach the top without being negative. But the spotlights of this conversation should be us putting out value to the world and making our world a better place.
Yeah, I mean, you just said it. It's for us to make the world a better place, and we have to. It has to start with us, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Rafat Ozoza, for joining me on this conversation, and Abdulhamid Haruna, thank you so much for being a part of this conversation.
Thank you.
Well, this is where we've come to the end of today's episode on Youth Connect. Do join us again next week for another interesting episode. And in case you've missed out on any of our programs, do well to catch us across our social media handles that is showing right now on your screen. Well, stay blessed, and you don't need to put yourself under the pressure to trend or to have that validation that you need from your peers. Just know that you are good and you're doing well the way you are. Well, I'm Fatima Ahmed. Bye for now.